Hey, my friends, how's it going? That's right, it's me, turning the locker, my friends. Chipping away at the mountain. As you can see more of our M&M friend. He's like waving, hey, I'm back here. Here we go. That's right, my friends, I'm making some progress. Now, this last bill, we had an increase, okay? So now, we went from 227 to 277, okay? My storage went up like $50, my friend. $50 is what the price went up to now, okay? My grandfathering in, it's not going to stick anymore. We got a new company, has the storage lockers now, and they changed the name, okay? Still the same people working in the office, just the sign on the outside's different. So, no more grandfathered prices. So now, my friend, I have like incentive, okay? I have incentive to start moving this stuff around and getting it out, because now, it was bad enough it was 227, okay? That's like $500 every 2 months, okay? Now I'm knocking on $600 every 2 months. It's gonna add up fast. So I gotta like take advantage of this summertime, man, and get it in gear, okay? So we're going to talk about procrastination, okay? Putting things off, not doing stuff until the last minute, Now, most time, my friends, I'm not going to say all the time, but most times, here, I'm going to take this off. It's such a nice day. Let's take off the hat. Most of the time, my friends, if you're procrastinating, it's not because you're lazy, okay? It's not because you're a lazy person. It's just because you don't want to face those difficult, emotional, devastating moments, those tough moments, okay? So, like myself, for example, I'm a very active guy, okay? I help a lot of people. I got a truck, the truck owner code of ethics, you help people, you don't, but now, my friends, just recently, I'm not doing any more side jobs for people, I stopped doing that now. Since I started hurting my shoulder more often, and that's mostly from just like working for 28 years, working for most of my life, okay? So, but the thing about it is, my friends, is that would be my big reason not to do things. I would help other people do their chores rather than tackle this. I didn't want to tackle my storage. I didn't want to deal with this, because it's hard, okay? And it's tough, and I just put it off, But okay, so before the COVID hit, me and my wife, Linda, we were making some great progress. We were taking like a load a week, okay? So we were like at 13 loads, bam, 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 13 weeks in a row. We got rid of a lot of stuff. So before, my friends, this storage locker was packed to the door, to the ceiling, okay? There was no airspace. And we brought back a lot of stuff back from Oregon. And we had a lot of stuff of ourselves, because we were expecting to get a house, and we ended up living into a townhome, which is smaller, which was a good thing, because the universe is making us downsize. We don't need all this stuff, So what we're doing is we're going through the cream, and we're picking the best stuff, okay? But back to my point is procrastination, okay? For example, the storage locker closes at 8, and it's a little after 7 right now, maybe 7:05, 7:07. So, I was going to do this earlier, but I was tired. I didn't want to leave my house. I was putting it off. Procrastination. But that's because I was tired, But the same thing. I needed to make this video because if I feel like I need to be inspired about this, so does other people. And mostly, my friends, this is a way to force me to basically do all this. Because now I started making the videos, I have to do it now. I have to do it. It's like the challenges out there. I threw down the gauntlet. I was like, watch me empty the storage out, And you guys are. So now, as you can see, look at the difference just getting rid of those bags were, okay? So my friends, nothing's really missing from this area, okay, other than those bags. So as you see, when you're working on the storage, when you're working on your project, as you can see, it's important to have that airspace. So just by getting rid of those little bit of the bags, that makes it seem like I did a lot. Because if you see, there's more empty space. So what I have behind there, and that other layer, is I have some stuff that's going to come home, probably my day off. Okay, it's some stuff to decorate the backyard. So we're going to decorate the backyard. So I'll be bringing home like some of these other items. Now, I spoke about the toy collection. Okay, that's another thing I procrastinated on. Mostly because I didn't want to give them up. Good memories, I always envisioned having like a garage. So the general plan with my friend is we're going to buy a house, and I was going to have a garage, and we're going to have room for all of our stuff. We were not going to have to get rid of anything, which was like the hoarder's dream, be able to pack it all and all this stuff. But, but reality and your dreams very often don't mesh, okay? Especially when it comes to belongings and stuff. Now myself, I have a lot of games, a lot of board games, because I always, we used to have people coming over, but now nobody really visits anymore. Once the COVID hit and the disruption of people hanging out and stuff together, I had stuff ordered on Kickstarter that, I ordered a year in advance, that I didn't get till like 2 years late because of the COVID, but it totally changed how things are, So that's why I've been donating a lot of board games to Savers. Now, I did finally make those donations, okay? So I took the books, I took the toys. That's where the bags went. That was basically a lot of pillowcases, sheets, blankets. Of course, you read through the stuff. You just don't give them everything. So what I did is I basically folded it nice. So the thing is, when you make donations, my friend, you just don't want to give these, you don't want to give these kind people trash, okay? You don't want it to be all sloppy. You want to have it nice and organized, because they have to work it and unpack it, because that's all they do as a job, is process this stuff, okay? Now they might even throw more things away, who knows? But you don't want to. You don't want to give them stuff stained. You don't want to give them, like stuff with holes in it. Books that are all messed up. It's like the rule of thumb, my friend, is if you wouldn't buy it used yourself in that condition, then then don't donate it, okay? Just throw it away. Recycle the paper, but just don't make the donation people your trash can, okay? It's hard enough already that they get bombarded with having to go through all this stuff, and then they look up the values of stuff, because most of these thrift stores now have a little boutique area, and so they go through and, gone to the days where you can go into a thrift store and find those rare gem deals. I've done it myself, where I found collectible toys and rare items in the thrift store for a couple of bucks. That's when you try to keep the straight face and not be all giddy about it. Saying, yeah, I got this toy for like $3, Now, speaking of toys, look at it. Was that a nice segue? Okay, speaking of toys, my friend, I was talking about the toy collection, okay? I got a lot of Spawn toys. Now, well, I didn't say how old these were, okay? So basically, these Spawn sets go back to the 90s, like 95, 96, 97. So this magazine, my friend, is from 1999, okay? And so basically, it's like 24 years old, okay? So, and that's what these toys are. These toys are 24 years old or older, and they're still in the packages, okay? So what I did is I connected with a toy collector. So working at Walmart, I see, we have a lot of toys. I see a lot of toy collectors. So I was working in asset protection. I make it a point to know what this, how valuable these things are, and I keep an eye out, making sure people are paying the proper price. Because we have some action figures that are like $70, okay? Ninja Turtles, Transformers, man, big money toys, okay? So I've gotten people, but that's a different thing. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my toys, okay? So I'm sorry, I just like to rant about my job. I shouldn't be doing that anyways. Because this is not why you're watching. You're watching to see me get rid of this junk. So, my friends, I got this magazine here, and it's basically, it was back when you used to have magazines for things you liked. Amazing. Can you believe that? Yeah, back then. So basically, this has a price guide, okay? Now, these prices are no longer going to be relevant, but what's going to help me is this is going to help me sort it out. Because basically, what they would do is they would release the set, and they would release it again, like halfway through the year as a repaint. So it'd be the same toy with the different colors. And see, me being the weirdo I am, and most collectors in general, you had to have both variations, okay? And that's what I got. So that's what I'm going to use for this magazine, is I'm going to separate the first run from the second run, okay? Now, I've been talking to different toy collectors as I go through my job, and I've been putting out little feelers, right? Now, most of the collectors I see are basically like Hot Wheels, the Pops, and now I have a guy, I noticed he was buying the new Spawn toys, because McFarlane is like the king of toys, my friend. So before he started his own, he used to draw comics, started his own toy company, and he, top-notch toys, my friends, good top-notch toys. Like, check this out, look at this. Now, look at this beauty, my friend. Let me get where you can't see the glare. Now, look at this. This is called the fish tank Spawn, right? Now, I'm probably going to keep this one. There's a couple of stuff I'm going to keep, some of the sell. This guy's pretty neat. He's like, yeah, as you can see, I still got the cellophane wrapping, but, now this toy, my friend, this probably came out like in, this is 1998, okay? And this is in pretty good shape. Now, I used to have the whole series of these, but unfortunately, I was sorting through the storage one day, and they fell, and about 3 of them broke, okay? That's kind of a bummer, because these are going to be impossible to replace. I'm not even going to try. Okay, so what I'm going to do is since I'm releasing these toys and get rid of them, I'm going to allow myself to keep a couple of the gems. Not all of them, but some. I have at least 200 of these things, man. I got a lot. Okay, so what I was talking about is I actually connected with the toy collector. Okay, because I was saying before, McFarlane is re-releasing the Spawn figures, and they're awesome. Okay, they're like 25 bucks. Okay, so I noticed he was like buying some, so I mentioned, hey, I'm getting rid of toys. I got a man cave. I can only keep stuff in my man cave, which was the clicker, because he's married, and it's the same thing, dude. It's like we did the secret handshake. It's like, yeah, dude, same thing. My man cave, my wife, so he's all like, but for him, it was not really about space, it was about budget, okay? Because toys are expensive, right? So, what's awesome about it is I told him, hey, I got all these Spawn figures I want to get rid of, but don't worry, man, it's not about me trying to get the collector prices, because some of these aren't really worth that much money. The stuff that's really worth a lot of money, I'm keeping, because I didn't get doubles of those, so basically, I'm going to let these go for like a song, because, I checked a while back, and they're not going for a lot of money. $3-4 a pop for some of these. Like the most expensive ones I saw were going for like 20, 30. Now the heyday of these Spawn toys is kind of gone when the market was overinflated, and it was like a rage. It was all about the FOMO, getting the limited editions. I used to belong to a collector club. So we'll be using this magazine to sort out the different ones. And we'll be doing that on camera, probably Wednesday, because I got to get this moving. So I gave this guy my phone number, and I told him to text me. And unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of time to talk because I'm at work. It was bad enough I chatted for a few minutes and was trying to connect, But, it was customer service, and plus, I was talking about the toys. It's always good as a business person, as an employee, to connect with your customers, because it makes it more personal. So if he knows I collect toys, then he's going to want to talk and show me the toys he got, and he's not going to feel awkward about it. He's going to feel cool. It's going to make him feel better, because it's like he's leaving. It's like, yeah, there's a guy with the same hobby as me. You should always give people a compliment. Even if you're just saying, hey, that's a nice hat, because it makes people feel good. You should do that. It's like throwing the pond in the little pebble in the pond and making the ring, okay? You make everybody feel better, and that makes your life better. Okay, so you see this box right here, my friend? This box has been packed for maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 years since I opened this bad boy up, okay? This has been packed a long time. Now, here's what I'm talking about, okay? So, example, if you look at it, so here it is. These are both the same toy. You see that? How they're the same action figure, but one there's different paint jobs. Okay, so basically, this is from so that magazine's gonna tell me which is which. Now that's why I got doubles of all this stuff, okay? And it's the same thing. I got all kinds of, this, and then if now this one here, this one's a little beat up, man, a little wear and tear, big wrinkle. But you know what? If I'm selling this for $3-4, and considering this thing's like from 1996, that's pretty old. It's it's still in good shape. I take care of my toys. And so basically, but now these guys, I need to get rid of them, okay? because they don't bring me joy anymore. When I used to have, I used to have a whole wall of action figures, okay? Whole wall. And, and God, it's really cool because, my nieces and nephews, like, they would love to come over, and visit because they would see my toy wall, okay? So I made it a point to have extras. So that way when they come over, see the Spawn toys, and I hook them up. Bam, 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 here's some toys, So, I've always been that way, man. It's always important to be nice to kids, You got to have a positive, an adult, figures for kids to see and believe in, to see kindness, It's important, it's important. But yeah, so I got a lot of these Spawn figures, okay? And so basically, that's what all most of this stuff is over here, okay? The back row is mostly all the action figures. I didn't want to have them in the front, because I didn't want them to get bashed in, because they're very sensitive and easy to break, okay? Now these boxes, man, these boxes are brittle, okay? These boxes are from when I used to work at Michael's Craft Stores back in the 90s, So, so yeah. So, I'm working it, my friends. I'm working it. That's the important thing. Now, this is going to be hard because, at first, now there's also another place, my best friend was telling me about. There's another place it's like a new comic book game store, and they're looking for things to sell, okay? But, these are pretty old. I don't know what the demand is. They might want better stuff. But, but what I can do is I have enough of this stuff where I can sort through it. Now, the biggest thing for me is not to want to hold on to too much of it, because I'm that way. I'm like a crow wanting all the shiny stuff, okay? So that's why I have to limit myself to certain ones, like those fish tanks, okay? I only got 3 of those. I used to have 6, I broke 3, okay? So I'll keep those, but I got to make it a point not to hold on to stuff, okay? I got to let it go so other toy collectors can have the joy, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up flooding this local area market here with some old action figures they probably wouldn't be seeing. Now, a couple of years ago, I looked them up online, and all the ones that were worth like nothing, I took them to the swap meet and sold them for like, $3 or $4 a pop, I had this one guy come to my table, and I knew what he was doing, because he was like looking at his phone, and so he said, hey, make me a deal. He wanted to make me a deal. I said, okay, so he bought like my whole table, right? And then and I had a table of dollar toy ones. So I told him, no, you can't have these ones, because these ones are for $1. That way when the kids walk by, because the adults will walk by, and then if the parents didn't want to buy the kids a toy, I just gave them to them, because these were only worth $1. The thing about the Spawn toys were, my friends, is they did not hold their value long at all. It was basically like a collector's market. Man, action figures were hot in the 90s. Now it's coming back to that again, because now the quality of the action figures is much more amazing than these, okay? So yeah, but I'm not going to get into it anymore. I'm buying some horror movie ones, but I stopped doing that for a while, because I just can't. I don't have the space. I got more stuff to let go. I got more action figures. I got plastic models I want to put together. So if I have to choose between the action figures and the models, I'm choosing the models, But like I said, the important thing is, my friends, it's been 18 minutes so far. We're going to stop at the 20-minute mark. So, as a recap, my friends, if you put things off all the time, think about why, okay? Think about what you're putting off, okay? What is it that you don't want to tackle, okay? And then once you isolate that, start thinking about, okay, now what's the difficult moment? Now for me, it's not so much the physical work of having to go through this, because I'm pretty hyper. I got a lot of energy, okay? Not so much as I'm getting older. That's why there's a lot of urgency to this, especially since it's starting to hurt my shoulder more. That's just from like working for my whole life, But now that the price has gone up on this locker by $50 a month, that's substantial, my friend. So now, instead of trying to come in here once a week, I got to come in here like a minimum twice a week. Now, if I can move these toys, I can move a good portion of these boxes, okay? Now, I also have 1,200 videotapes. Now, that's going to be a little tricky as well, because again, I got to find a collector market, 20 minutes. We're going to go 5 more minutes, and then I got to go. The reason why I have to go and can't go long on this video, like, because I want to, because I love to talk, I just like to ramble. I'm like, I got a lot to say. Doesn't mean I say important things, but I wish I would have somebody cheering me on when I deal with this stuff. And that's why I feel like I should make these videos so I can cheer you guys on. Because I know I'm not the only person dealing with this, my friend. I'm not. Because that's how it is as being a human being. You're not alone, my friend. No matter what you're going through, somebody is either going through it at the same moment you are or already has. Some people learn from it and bestow the wisdom, okay? Some people just don't learn at all and just keep making the same mistake, okay? Now, I'm hopefully trying to put myself into the wisdom category where I can help you guys by helping myself, okay? Because I'm a procrastinator. I put stuff off, my friend. I put stuff off. These things have been in boxes for 15 years. That just tells you, we've already spent $10,000 on this locker. That could have been like that could have been like a portion of my house, But you know what? You can't get that money back. So what you got to do, so to make progress, you got to be in the present, okay? You got to stay in the present, okay? You got to not worry about the past. You can't worry about the money that you've already spent. You can only think about the money you're spending now, okay? Or you're about to spend. Now, you can't make too many future plans. Like, for example, now, I'm really hoping I see this guy again. Now, the thing about reassures me about it is this is not the first time I've seen him at my job. So, and I saw the glee in his eye, we connected. So I'm hoping he calls me right away. Now, when I assured him that I'm not out to make money and I got to get rid of this stuff, that's going to assure him that I'm not going to be trying to charge him 10, 15 bucks, 20 bucks a toy. I'm going to go for $3 or $4. I got to move these bad boys, dude. I got to get rid of these guys, my friend. Because, that extra $50 a month, man, that's too much. That's a lot. That's a lot. So now it's going to be twice a week, my friends. Twice a week I got to start coming in here and taking care of biz and trying to take care of this and try to take care of things, because there's urgency now. Also, too, is New Mexico has pretty severe winters, my friend. It gets cold. It gets like 8 degrees, 7 degrees. We get snow. We get the frozen rain. And I can't be doing this. So I got the summer months. So I got this month. I got May, June, July, August, and maybe a little bit of September. So June, July, August. So I got about 4 months, 5 months. So this is the challenge, my friend, is now we have to get this done, because now it's become where you can't ignore what I'm spending on the locker. Okay. Before, I used to have the luxury because it wasn't that much. It's been increasing over the years. Before, I thought of it like renting a garage, because we never had garages, because we always lived in trailers. Me and Linda's always lived in a trailer, once we moved out on our own. We wanted to buy a house, but we couldn't afford it. Just because, it's hard. It's expensive. But we managed to get a townhome. A nice one, it was a fixer-upper, and we got some work done on it. It looks good, but everything's over here, and then we're bringing stuff out. We're weeding through, It's crowded, but it's not like terrible, but it's crowded, and we're trying to get rid of things. Mostly books. A lot of books. Books pile up. No pun intended. All right, my friends, it's been 25 minutes. So remember, man, don't put it off, okay? The longer you put it off, the worse it gets. Pull the Band-Aid off. Pull off that Band-Aid and let it heal. I have to now. I have no choice, my friends. It's costing me real money. I mean, it was expensive already, but now it's expensive now. Every 4 months, it's going to be $1,200. Bam, 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 bam. That's crazy money. That's money I don't have, and now we're going to have to cut even more stuff out of the budget to pay for this increase. Yeah, I can sell some stuff, but that's not going to help. I'm not going to get a lot of money from selling these toys. Not really. You know, if I'm charging $3 or $4 a pop, there's 10. That's $40. That's $30. Now these sales is more about getting rid of the space. It's more about emptying this space, because this space is what's costing the money. Okay, all this stuff here is, I don't really own it. I'm borrowing it, because I'm gonna pass. I don't want to leave this mess to my daughter. It's gonna be hard enough already for her to deal with a loss of her parents, because she's an only child. I don't want to leave her this mess. I just want to leave her in my house. I want to leave her my cool stuff. Comic books, the records, But I got to get rid of this junk. I can't leave this for her. And now I can't leave it for me, because now it's robbing me. This stuff is robbing me of money. This stuff is robbing me of $277 every month. That's life-changing money, my friends. If I didn't have this storage, I could stay home. I could stay home an extra day and only work 4 days a week instead of 5. That's the reality of having this locker. I'm 59 years old, dude, and I work 50 hours a week. And it's killing me. And I got to empty this out. So I have that cushion, so I can relax and not have this weight on me. I worry about this all the time. The money part of it, I got, I'm not even sure if I even told Linda that the price went up. I don't think I have yet. I don't know. I can't remember. Because you know why, my friends? Because I'm always stressing. I'm always stressing on this stuff. It's like I got to get to the locker. When there's bad weather, I wig. I stress out. I try to be a calm man, but this is wearing on me now. This is making me worried about life. It's hard. And I know there's other people with the same struggles as I am, who's probably even older and not physically able to unload it, or not able to hire people to unload it. When I was here last time, there was a locker where they were cutting the lock off, okay? So that means that people didn't pay for months and months and months for them to cut the lock off. You go to a storage locker, if you see red padlocks, that means they're taking over that locker. But right now, this locker is taking over me. And I got to break free of the chains, my friend. I'm a slave to this locker. This locker is controlling me now. This locker is robbing me of my free time, of my money that's not free, But, I'm not the only one doing this struggle. So I'm trying to make this entertaining. I'm trying to make these fun. I hope they're helping. I really do. Please let me know if they're helping, because I'm, usually my friends, I stream Animal Crossing. I stream games, but this is really important. I felt this was important to do, Well, most of my channel is me playing video games, I'm Mayor Ernie, I have a lot of fun, it's all pretends. Yeah, it's real because it's hanging out with people, but but this back here behind me, oh my gosh, man, friends, this is the harsh reality here. This is the real mess. This is the real, terrible part. This is why I want to play video games all the time. So I don't have to deal with what's behind me. But now I have to. Now I have to. And thank you guys for helping me. Because you know why? By making these videos, it's forcing me to. Man, look, it's almost a half hour. I got to get going, but, I got to get this off my chest. Because I don't really have anybody to talk to you about this, my friends. It's hard. It's hard, Because, there's enough bad stuff going on in the world that when I talk to people, I try not to be a downer. I try to be positive, okay? But this is a downer, It's a downer. That's why I felt like I needed to make these videos. Mostly for me. It's like I don't have money for a therapist. You guys are my therapists. You guys watch my videos. Give me the likes. It's like therapy. Let me know I'm helping, please. Please let me know I'm helping. It's helping me because, look, I made progress. Look, my friends, you can see some empty space. There's some progress. The next time you guys come, I hope to have more progress. Because now I have to put, now I got it. Now it's urgent. that $50 extra a month, that's urgency. Well, my friends, 30 minutes. Gotta go. You guys have a great day. Let me know in the comments if these are helping. You know, I know they are. Dude. I'm just, I'm not really down, my friends. I'm like in the middle, okay? I'm just tired. I'm excited about this guy wanting to buy my toys. I'm hoping this time it goes through. This is not the first time I had deals, but I had it. This one I feel better about, Who knows? I don't know. The universe takes care of you if you take care of others, okay? What comes around goes around, as the old saying goes. So I'm hoping I'm building up some good karma by making these videos. I'm hoping I'm helping you guys. Even just to unpack a box, man, or even to think about it, You could do it. You can do it, my friends. Gotta go now. Storage locker's gonna close in about 20 minutes. If I don't, I get locked in here. And then I have to unpack stuff all night. And that's not the way to spend the night. I gotta go, guys. Bye.